Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. When we mention Stephen Curry's name, it is with great respect for his history with the Warriors. A partnership of success, of love, of many victories. But in recent seasons the Warriors have been declining, and this can happen where the player becomes frustrated and ends up asking to leave and tries to be a champion elsewhere. Scary rumors. Some NBA analysts say Stephen Curry is upset and will leave the Warriors. It's time for the Golden State Warriors to start over. The Stephen Curry era has been a legendary run that has yielded no less than 4 titles, but the Dubs no longer have any chance of contending around Curry, especially if they're unable to bring in a second star beside him. Curry turns 37 in less than 2 months, and he's still playing at a high level. He deserves a shot at a 5th championship ring, but that opportunity is not going to come in Golden State. It's best for both the Warriors and Curry to part ways, an idea that has recently gained some momentum. Golden State would, of course, demand a massive haul for Curry if they were to entertain the idea of trading him. This would rule out any trade partners that don't have a collection of valuable first-rounders to give the Warriors in a deal for Curry. We can also presume that Curry wouldn't be interested in leaving the Dubs to join a non-contender. One team that has both contention status and a ton of first-round picks is the Houston Rockets. What exactly would a Curry to Houston deal look like? Rockets receive Stephen Curry. Warriors receive Amen Thompson, Tari Eason, Fred VanVleet. 2031 first-rounder. 2029 first-rounder. 2027 first-rounder. Houston has its own 2027 first-round pick, plus 2027 first-rounders from the Phoenix Suns and Brooklyn Nets. In theoretical Curry negotiations, the Warriors could choose whichever of those 3 picks they desire. For Golden State, this would be a pretty impressive haul for a point guard, Curry, who likely has 2 more years of elite basketball left. Thompson is a young star in the making with absurd athleticism that makes him a potential two-way stud for years to come. Eason is another young, winning player whom the Rockets would absolutely hate to part with, which speaks to his value. VanVleet would be the contract making the money work, and then a trio of first-rounders would give the Warriors a huge boost to get the post-Curry era started. From the Rockets' perspective, they'd become contenders, if they aren't already. Lacking a crunch time, veteran scorer at present, Curry would provide that for the Rockets. A core of Curry, Alperen Sengun, and Jalen Green alongside enforcers Dillon Brooks and Steven Adams would be a tough out in a playoff series. Houston would have a legitimate chance to win it all. Curry is guaranteed $178 million through the 2026 to 2027 season after signing an extension with the Warriors. What exactly is Golden State's plan to turn into a contender during that stretch? The Warriors don't seem to have one, which means they should consider getting a jumpstart on a rebuild. LeBron James' honest Steph Curry statement after Warriors vs. Lakers. Warriors superstar Steph Curry had a poor performance against LeBron James and the Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers defeated the Golden State Warriors 118-110 on Saturday, led by superstars Anthony Davis and LeBron James combining for 61 points. LA's star duo outscored the Warriors' entire starting lineup, as they were overshadowed by some disappointing performances. Golden State missing their defensive anchor, Draymond Green, made a huge difference in Saturday's matchup. Superstar point guard Steph Curry can only do so much, but on Saturday, he did far from enough. Curry struggled against the Lakers, scoring just 13 points on 4-17 shooting from the field and 2-9 from deep. The 11-time All-Star has certainly had a down year. Curry has already shot under 40% from the field in 11 contests this season, and the Warriors are just 2-9 in such games. Following the Lakers' win, LeBron James spoke on how to stop Curry, and it is exactly what happened in Saturday's matchup. "Just hope that he missed," James said. It's Steph, man. You just hope that he miss. Put bodies in front of him, and you just hope that he miss. James and Curry have had plenty of respect for each other over the years as two of the best players in NBA history, and they showed it after the game with a meeting at half court. Via NBA, LeBron, Steph and Draymond. A whole lot of battles between these three-inch. James' wish certainly came true on Saturday night with Curry's poor shooting performance, but it was much different in their previous meeting. Before Saturday, the last time these two stars met, Curry dropped 38 points on 14-24 shooting from the field and 8-15 from deep. While James and the Lakers got the best of Curry on Saturday, the LA superstar knows it was just an off night from the best shooter in league history. Warriors trade talk on Jonathan Kuminga updated. The Golden State Warriors are just 4-6 over their last 10 games. One major factor in the Warriors' struggles is the absence of forward Jonathan Kuminga, who injured his ankle against the Memphis Grizzlies on January 4 and has not returned. The Athletic's Anthony Slater clarified Kuminga's timeline on Friday. Jonathan Kuminga remains weeks away from a return. Ankle still wrapped, and he hasn't advanced to any real court work. This was a bad sprain. Could be talking post-All-Star break. He's been around and in positive spirits. Slater reported. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr provided a Kuminga update on Tuesday's edition of Willard and Dibbs' show on 95.7 The Game. Kuminga's progressing, but it was a pretty bad ankle sprain, and he hasn't been on the court yet or anything, Kerr said. But he's getting rehab every day, and he's doing strength stuff and he's on the bike, so he's doing as well as possible. But he's nowhere close to being ready. Kuminga has split time between the starting lineup and the bench this season, but has been having a career-best campaign, averaging 16.8 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 2.2 assists pre-game. His three-point volume has increased as well, he was taking over 3.6 per game before the injury. Kuminga, the subject of trade rumors that have slowed maybe in part due to the injury, is the Warriors' third leading scorer this season behind Stephen Curry and Andrew Wiggins, but the Warriors have struggled with their front court depth in Kuminga's absence. The team has had to rely increasingly more on Gue Santos, Kyle Anderson, and more recently, Quinton Post. The Warriors wrap up rivalry week with a matchup against the Los Angeles Lakers on Saturday. They have 11 games to play before the All-Star break, 5 consecutive home games followed by a 6-game road trip. Kuminga's potential return after the All-Star break will be a welcomed addition to a Warriors rotation that has had to look deep into the bench for productive front court play.